Notification
Good
volume 0%.
afternoon. My name is Zan. I'm here to talk to you about a book. First, I'd like to let you know this is not a video meant for children. This is a video meant for adults. So, shoot. Go. If you're not like an adult, just go. Leave us. Alright. Are they gone? Okay, good. Alright. So, let's talk about Snow Crash. Now, I'm not going to do some type of normal what's habits with telling you all the straight up nonsense of who the characters are and what are their feelings and whatnot. I want to talk to you about how the book made me feel. Now, Snow Crash is made by Neil Stevenson. And you don't know who Neil Stevenson is, then I suggest you take your corona time and you go over to Audible or some such other site, or Amazon, or you just go to your local library, the website, that is, not the actual physical location, because, it's the 25th of March, 2020, and, if you're listening to this in, years from now, when the coronavirus ain't no such a thing, well, go to your library. Go somewhere and pick this sucker up, because this Snow Crash is... it's a gem. It's a gem. See, you go through the perspective of a few people living in America. But it's an America where capitalism reigns supreme. And by supreme, I mean it's straight up anarchy capitalism. There are street gangs out there who go around and offer their services like the enforcers. Well, you hire the enforcers and they'll straight up protect you. But they abide by their laws. There are no governmental entities. People live in different burgs that are gated off from the rest of the world, that have their own laws and regulations within the borders. Our protagonist, which by the name is named Hero Protagonist, his father was in the Korean War, and met his mother overseas. Well, they had him. He's a pretty awesome fella. See, he's one of the greatest programmers. Oh, before I forget, there are a bunch of spoilers in this explanation I'm giving you. So please, if you don't want spoilers of this thing, just stop right here with the whole everything I've just said is enough. Go get it. It's fun to see the world in such a perspective where you have like Al's Navy, where the Navy just decided one day it wasn't going to listen to the government, and it was just it moved on by itself. It's like, hey, you want a Navy, will you hire us? Everything went mercenary, and it all started because apparently people just didn't pay their taxes one day. They all realized that they could just sit out the government. After all, a lot of them worked for the government, so if they just didn't do anything, what was the government going to do? It was very interesting. It doesn't go into depth on what happened during this time in America, but it lets you know there's something insane happened. And this world is just so neat. It's so amazing to look at and observe and understand, and you try to put the pieces together. Well, what the hell actually happened? Why are things the way they are? What occurred? But you're never truly given that. Instead, you're just explained to about these things called NAMBLAs. Now, a NAMBLA, people, is a word or phrase that can actually rewrite the human condition, like programming. And that's what this is. There's a drug out there that causes people to snow crash and reset. And in this resetting, they can be reprogrammed. And it's up to Hero Protagonist and YT, and of course, Uncle Enzo, to figure it out. Because Uncle Enzo, why, he loves all of his pizza customers. Uncle Enzo doesn't want to lose a single pizza customer. So Uncle Enzo comes in to ensure that pizzas can be delivered in the future. Because if they're all just mindless slaves, then no one will buy pizza. It's an amazing story. It has action, adventure, descriptions in places I wouldn't expect them. There were times where this author, Neal Stevenson, described events so well that I felt like I was there. I felt like I could feel the dirt under my skin as the blood ran down the side of a hill. I felt like I was looking at a Polaroid picture of Enzo riding a skateboard. I felt like I was there. The emotions, it puts you there. He explains it in such a way where it's not overly descriptive, but neither is it so undescriptive that you would never understand it as well as you do in this book. So people, if you want a book that will completely amaze you and enthrall you and turn you onto an author that constantly surprises me with his unique interpretations on how to write in the universe and how things get connected in such odd ways, and the inventions in this book as well, that will make you wonder, what if? Then look up Snow Crash by Neal Stevenson. Hashtag Corona Quarantine.
Stop recording.